Which gang are you?
Well, I'm not part of any gang, actually.
That was a lie. Not so much a lie as a lack of self-awareness or appreciation of who he is now. Who Tommy Vercetti has become. He toppled Diaz because he had to. He assembled a team to work for him because he had to. He employed soldiers to protect them and their assets because he had to. Without even giving it a name, Tommy had assembled a gang, and with this gang, Tommy was taking over Vice City, buying up businesses and property to capitalize on the torrents of cash flowing from the street. Without meaning to, Tommy is the boss of a gang without a name. Tommy is now in the control room of one of the city's longest standing taxi firms, in the presence of one of the city's longest serving taxi dispatchers. This is Doris.
What's your goddamn name, kid?
Tommy had just bought this firm, and he didn't expect such a firm hand at the helm. But he would be grateful to Doris, because she tells it how it is.
Kid.
Vercetti. Tommy Vercetti.
She says what she sees, and even if Tommy hasn't had the time or self-reflection to see it, Doris can see it.
Our new management, the Vercetti gang, is gonna make sure we get no trouble, capiche?
The Vercetti gang. Tommy liked the sound of that. And the Vercetti gang were now the proud owners of Kaufman Cabs. I'm the Patient Wolf, and I'm a video game storyteller. This is the last video in this series of Tommy's adventures in Vice City. There are many more stories to tell, I've got a list, but this channel after this video is moving on nearly 3,000 miles to San Andreas to tell some new stories. And you can watch the first of those right now as a member or patron. Hit the link at the top of the description, which will take you to a playlist of all the videos you can watch in advance, including the story of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Hit join or the Patreon link in the description and watch all my videos weeks in advance. And in doing so, support this extensive work right up to and beyond the release of GTA 6. But we're not finished in Vice City yet. I'm the Patient Wolf, and this is the story of Kaufman Cabs. Tommy was used to arriving at a new business in the city and laying down the law. He prided himself on being able to evaluate the situation quickly and reacting quickly to put it straight or helping the enterprise to do more. He'd done it at Interglobal Film Studios with Steve Scott, The Boatyard with Dwayne and Jethro, Cherry Poppers with Maud Hanson. But there's no telling Doris what to do.
Guess you're the new owner. Anywho, I guess you better get on with the things are gonna change around here crap. Maybe threaten one of the drivers. Go steady on Ted over there. He's just had his hernia fixed.
Well, yeah, things are gonna change around here, lady.
Doris has seen it all before. Seen mobbed up guys come in to use the firm like Tommy will to clean money. They tried to implement new efficiencies as well as trying to squeeze more from them, but Doris ran this shop pretty tightly. Any problems they had were not to be found in this building. They were found outside on the streets. There were many competing firms in the Vice City area. Sunnyside taxis and Mean Streets were well advertised, and the latter had an office just down the road in Little Havana. But Vice City Cabs is the biggest firm of them all. They have more cars, more men, and the business tactics to stay in front. Firms like Kaufman were doomed to stagnate as they don't have the muscle to compete. All they can do is duck and weave through the city, staying out of their way and picking up fares where they can. No owner the firm has had has been able to overcome Vice City Cabs.
So this is how it's worked in the past. We run the firm as usual. If we get any trouble from rival firms, you beat the crap out of them. Then they beat the crap out of us. Then you beat the crap out of them, etc., etc. You got it?
Yeah, I guess.
Just grab a taxi from the garage if you feel like jumping in.
Tommy appreciated inheriting a straightforward, blunt, tell-it-how-it-is figure in Doris. A woman after his own heart. She has and will do well with the day-to-day. And despite its failure in the past, Tommy couldn't think of a better plan than what Doris had laid out. The firm needs to be protected from rivals. But despite VC Cab's size, they've never come up against a guy like Tommy. Tommy needed to assess what Kaufman Cabs was up against. He needed to get out on the streets.
Okay, we got a high-class fare needs picking up from Starfish Island. Any takers?
Tommy here, I'll take it.
Tommy had driven a cab before, when he first arrived in Vice, as a way to keep his head above water, while looking for Sonny Forelli's drugs. He liked it. Its simplicity. He could switch off and just drive. In the few times he'd done it, he'd not experienced any problems with rival firms. Tommy knew the streets of Vice all too well, and knew Starfish Island best of all. He lived there, in his new mansion. He waits for his fare just across the street.
This is my fare. Back off, asshole.
Vice City Cabs. How did they know about the call? This is where Tommy can shine. Show Doris that the plan can work, with the right people. Tommy takes back his fare, and delivers him safely to the airport. It's doubtful he'll be a repeat customer, but Vice City Cabs are on notice. Kaufman Cabs are no longer an easy mark. Kaufman Cabs are situated prominently in Little Haiti. Clad in the colour of their yellow cars, the building stands out and above the run-down businesses that surround it. Tommy needs stay clear of the Haitian gang members that often line the streets though. He's not too welcome here since he scuppered their narcotic production. Watch the saga of Tommy's dealing with the Haitians in the links below. Inside, Doris had cultivated a haven against the trials they face outside. A place for the drivers to care for their cars and relax. This is a good business. It deserves to thrive and grow in peace. Tommy aims to make that happen.
Calling all cars, we're losing fares all over town. What's with you guys?
VC Cabs keep beating us to it. They just got too many cars. We can't compete.
Mr. Vercetti, if you're out there listening in, you wanna put some VC Cabs out of action before we go bust?
VC Cabs, it seems, have doubled down on the offensive against Kaufman Cabs, muscling in, stealing fares, bullying their drivers. Time for Tommy to make them really understand who they're dealing with. He takes a car, collects the tools, and starts the hunt. A Vice City cab is not hard to find on the streets. A Kaufman cab is classic looking and distinctive. A VC cab is modern and bang up to date. He finds the first on their own turf in Little Haiti. One out of action. The second just outside his very own boatyard in Viceport. They really were treading on the Vercetti gang's toes now. The last for today, he catches up with at the profit centre of any cab firm, at Escobar International Airport. By removing some of their cars, Tommy has weakened some of their power. But he also knows that anyone, any figure or firm that has enjoyed power for any length of time won't lie down and watch it be taken. To stop this, Tommy needs to crush them. Crush their spirit, take their souls. Or this cycle will never end. But before he can make a plan, pick the time, pick the battleground, VC Cabs picks one for him.
Car 13, we got a missed car test. Asked for you especially.
Okay, I got it. Car 13, out.
VC Cabs and their owner have done their homework. They know all about Tommy Vercetti, who he consorts with, what he is capable of, and they had a great plan to use that against him. Tommy was excited to see Mercedes again. Her father had requested he look in on her from time to time, so this was a good opportunity to do so. She helped him out with the studios and the band Love Fist. They were friends. Tommy didn't even question why she was all the way out in a secluded backlot, tucked away in Viceport.
No sign of Mercedes.
He didn't even question that it could be a trap. VC Cab's finest turn out in numbers to take down Tommy, using the tactics long used in their company mandate to muscle out fares and to take down the competition. Tommy uses his earned driving skills to evade and his earned gunmanship to disable where he can. But his steed is weakening, and the next assault, the battalion waiting on the hill, is about to enter the fray. Except it's not a battalion. It's one man, the boss of VC Cabs, in his special weapon, his Zebra Cab. Faster, stronger, and chomping at the bit to take back his empire.
It's time for Kaufman's Cabs guardian angel to eat some fender.
Tommy had not the muscle or durability to take him head on. He needs to evade, yet keep close, to mitigate his power and in turn weaken him with firepower. When the joust inevitably transitions to ground combat, the owner of VC Cabs, wielding a katana, was no match for Tommy. Just like he did with other gangs in Vice City, he does so with Vice City Cabs. Tommy vanquishes his rival and pushes them into the dirt. Doris and her taxi drivers would get no more trouble from VC Cabs. The streets are calmer now. Fares are plentiful. Kaufman Cabs can now flourish, grow in numbers and clean bundles of cash for their new owners, the Vercetti gang. Tommy picks up his end every day to add to his burgeoning empire and from time to time takes his new addition to the stable out for a ride, Tommy's very own Zebra Cab. There's only one hurdle that Tommy's new gang has to face now. His old gang, the Liberty City mob, ran by his old boss, Sonny Forelli. Watch that story in the link below now. That's it for now from me on the goings-on in Vice City. I'll be back one day as there are plenty more stories to tell. There's more to discover in the lives of characters like Lance Vance, Phil Cassidy, Donald Love. Stay subscribed and notified for when they come around. But now we move across the nation, 3,000 miles and 6 years later to San Andreas. And if you'd like to watch that story right now before anyone else, hit join or become a patron. Watch the story of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas today. And if you're watching this video well after release, find the links to that and many others on Grand Theft Auto and other gaming worlds down in the description. Thank you for watching, liking and commenting on my journey through Vice City. See you in San Andreas. I'm the Patient Wolf and this has been the story of Kaufman Cabs.